Hello. Hello, we're live. We're live.
Hello. How you doing?
Weird.
Good evening.
I'm not doing an intro until people can officially hear me.
Okay.
That was one of the best ever intros and it'll never be heard last week.
Ah, try and do it again. Do like a tribute.
Let's just wait and see when chat catches up. I like these little dead airy bits when you're watching it back on catch up.
And everyone's going, it's almost like they don't care.
It's like I remember when videos were pre-recorded on YouTube. It was great. Oh, okay.
Sounds sorted. There we go.
All good. Welcome everybody to the RDAs show, episode 157, or 58, 150. It's one of those. It's in the 150s. John's gone.
157, 157.
Does that mean next week it's going to be 158?
Yes, that's how numbers work. Yes.
We missed that 3 years.
Nobody knows. Craig was the only one that could count. Happy birthday, Craig, if you're watching.
This could be our 3-year show.
It was the nearest one to November the 5th, if I remember correctly, the original.
Yeah, but we've missed. There's been some weeks we've missed because of the fest and.
It's far more complicated than that. Welcome to the show. On tonight's show, we'll be mainly talking about squonking. We'll also be covering the world's vaping news. We will have a mod showcase.
I know. It was the 3-year. It was the 3-year last week. Wasn't it?
What an anniversary! 3 years for that shower.
156, isn't it? 52. Yeah, just divide it by 50. I got it. 3.
Brad cannot be with us tonight. He is diving with sharks. And he'll tell us about that when he's back on. What else have we got tonight? We've got a little bit of Travava. It's probably going to have to be the blind timed Travava again, but it went so well last week. It'd be crazy not to continue with that format.
It was awesome.
It was very, very good. And so let's just get into it. James, how's your week been? That guy. James, how's your week been? What have you been eating for lunch today? What are you drinking right now? What are you vaping? And what have you been watching on the telly?
Okay, thank you very much, Rich. Thank you very much. Week has been good. I always have a pretty good week. Fairly standard. I normally have notes at this point. Apparently I have no notes on what I've done this week because I've got a terrible memory. I've got such an awesome memory, but I've got no notes. So what have I done this week? I haven't been watching telly. I'm still playing Call of Duty. Oh man, I'm sorry for boring you with a Call of Duty crack, but I am still playing Call of Duty because it's totally awesome. It's brilliant, and every week you're getting new stuff. So last week I said, we've got Nuketown. This week we've got dark things in the dark. It's the same maps, but a couple of them are now in the dark, and it's different and it's better. It's good. It's better. It's the same. It's the same but different, but better. But it's different.
That's an easy win for the developers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just turn the lights out. I'm sure there's hardly any programming needed for that.
I bet I know what the developer's old job was as well. Just down the fare when you went on a shit ride, and then it got to the end, and he went,
"Yeah, you know this pretty good. I'm never going to go backwards."
That's the same thing in reverse.
I'm sure it's exactly the same as that. I'm sure Triop or whoever it is are exactly the same as that. I'm sure that's probably the case.
So the same thing in the dark.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm still playing. So I haven't watched much telly. I'm still watching Fox of X again. What am I vaping on? I am vaping on some new stuff, some old stuff. I've got the Sunbox E7, which has been revamped. The up and down button don't work anymore. I've had to disconnect various things.
It's a big old unit, isn't it?
It is. It's massive. And I've got it in there. I've got a new bottle. My bottle split. I had one of them old plasticky one, the old super soft style bottles. I had one of them in there, and it split. It had been in there obviously for quite a while, probably since new. And a lovely man, good friend of mine, Mark Forbes, sent us a brand new one, and it's a squishy one, and I love it. And it's it makes a hell of a difference having a squishy one in there. So in there, I have got Tobacco Crunch. I was at a Tobacco Crunch this week. Landed yesterday. I am also vaping on the Lugos with a Viper on top. I had a Viper on top as well. I vape Vipers. And in there is some really old Nata from Concentrate from justadnick.co.uk.com.uk.
.co.uk.
I thought it was.
As well.
And it's like it's when it first came out, John. I made it up and I thought it was all right. But you know what? It just needs a good age, needs a good steep, doesn't it? Needs a good steep, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It was too cinnamony for us before.
It's quite fresh. The cinnamon's like right at you. And then
When it's fresh, but it's barely even. It's just a nice little in the back, which is nice. And I'm vaping on this. I got off V1CK off the vaping meister himself, Mr. Vic, which is the Pico Squeeze 2. It's a budget.
I quite like the look of that mod when it came out, and lots of people said it was rubbish.
It is. Well, is it rubbish? No, it's not rubbish. It's not rubbish. I'm not sure why people think it's.
Most of the criticism was because it wasn't a mech.
And most of the criticism was from people who never intend to buy it and have never tried it.
But I think a lot of people wanted it to be unregulated, like the first one.
No, it is beautifully regulated. The board in there, it's got a lovely consistent vape. I like it a lot. I like the way that you change the bottle and you fill it up with this little. Sorry, I'm at a shot there with this little magnetized doobry on there, little magnetized door thing. That's cool. You just pop that in there, and the bottle is the same old sort of. Am I in shot here? Yep, I am.
Is that one of my bottles or not? Oh no, it's not.
No. It's a kind of a bespoke to fit this. It's got this system that the old one had in.
I don't know why they do that,
because it works dead good. It works dead good, Rick. Look, I mean, you've got a muffler's hole on the top for filling it up, and just you pop that in there, you slide it in.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And you pop the door back on, and bish bash bosh, it's sorted. It's a 21700. I didn't have any 21700 batteries, so I bought some. 5,000 more in a battery. Because they just, I built up one of them, so 5,000 more, the 40 Gs or whatever they're called, from somebody or other. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's weighty. It's probably a bit too heavy, really. It's the same sort of weight as. No, it's maybe it's even heavy. I think it's heavier than the Shadow, to be honest with you. It is a ton weight. It's made of something really heavy. It's like rocks and stuff in there. I don't know. And in there, I have got raspberry and lime twist from the Ice Cream Man with an Order 16 on top and a Hellfire barrel watching my face on there. And that's really good, and I like it a lot. Am I good with me? How's my new mic? Is my new mic good?
Sounds so effing good.
Can anybody understand a single word that I'm saying?
No.
It doesn't help that, but it's good.
But it's clear.
Sound, yeah, really clear.
Whatever
Good.
it is. Good. Clear.
Good.
What are we talking? Biscuits?
Swahili.
Family dog. They're my favourite.
Good.
I haven't got a dog, James. I haven't got a dog.
Okay, you can stop now, be you. I know you understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm as clear as crystal. And so vaping. I am drinking on a Rick and Morty backer, which is delicious for cheap German lager. Anyway, and that's my week. For my lunch, I had a ham sandwich, but a little bit different. A ham salad. See nothing, John.
You said sandwich.
A sandwich, yeah.
Oh yeah, carrot.
Ham salad sandwich. But normally I'm quite. I like to kind of cut my ham to fit the bread. And today I did that thing where you twirl the ham up into you just kind of squish it in.
Gosh.
So that when you look at it from the side, it looks like it should be quite. I mean, it's all right. It's you're not quite as even as if you do it, in a military mathematical fashion like I normally do. However, it was very delicious and it looked good. And
I like bacon and egg, but ham and egg not so much.
There was no. Okay.
There's no egg in the sandwich.
There's no egg in the sandwich.
Oh, it's just leaves.
Ham salad.
Yes, ham salad. Okay, so is that have we done everything there? Have we done everything?
What are you watching on telly?
I'm still watching
Oh, Parks and Rec, you said.
the Parks and Recs reruns again. I'm obsessed with it. It's great.
We just finished Sinner 2, Richard, around our house.
What do you think?
Not as good as the first one,
No.
like you said.
I think there's a problem with the format, because the nature of the format, it always goes bang at the beginning, and they can't maintain that level.
I've got that lined up to watch on my list, Sinner. I've never watched one of them.
Oh, you've got to.
But now my phone's broken and my Netflix doesn't work.
Why does one correlate to the other? Why, if your phone's
You can watch
broken?
Netflix on a laptop or like on
On
your
your telly.
I cast it to my Chrome, my
Chromecast. I do it in the same in the
Chromecast
bedroom.
in the telly,
Boom. Yeah, me too.
Who provides your traditional television, though?
Sky.
Sky has Netflix compatibility now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I've got Sky Plus box.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
don't know.
nothing on Netflix
Oh, I don't
on
know. This a chat for another live show. This.
Yeah, let's do it. Live show on Netflix.
Okay,
I've got an Xbox actually. That's got
Yep.
Netflix on it.
Yep,
I've got the Xbox on. Till I get a new
put it
phone.
on the Xbox, Rick. Put it on the Xbox.
that's what we do in the playroom.
Watch Sinner. I've not seen any Sinner. I'm not saying any Sinner. So that's me. That's me. Shall we move on? Shall we move on? Rick, you were talking lots. Let's go over to you. How's your week been? What are you vaping on? What are you drinking on? What did you have for your lunch? And if you were a lady for a day, just one day, 24 hours, you got 24 hours to be a lady. Give us a breakdown of your 24 hours, Rick. What are you going to do in your 24-hour lady day?
Oh, God, it's going to get me in trouble, mate. My week's been good, yes. Got some new bits in this week. Got some resistance wire. Started selling resistance wire. So that's cool. That was a bit of a job putting all that lot on. There's so many combinations of different materials, different gauges, different lengths. I think I've probably got...
Are you uncomfortable just calling it wire?
What? No, because it is, isn't it?
Yeah. You've been very specific all week saying resistance wire.
It is resistance wire. That is exactly what it is.
Does all wire not have some sort of resistance?
It does, yeah, but it's not all wire is made to have resistance.
It wouldn't.
Resistance wire is for heating.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this later.
I've pulled on some wire, and there's always some resistance when you're pulling on that bit of wire.
I've hung a
it's
picture up in our living
electrical
room with it.
resistance. The electrical resistance. If you coiled up in copper, well, that wouldn't be good for you. There'd be not very much resistance at all.
No.
A lot less than there would be with Camphor.
True.
But that went on this week, so that's kept me busy. What did I have for lunch? I had fajitas, leftover fajitas from last night. So
Oh, I thought you meant like you found them.
spicy chicken and lettuce, bit of salad.
Oh, egg and chicken, no.
No egg. Lettuce, cheese, mayo in a wrap. Lovely. What am I drinking? I've just got a 6 my dad gave me because it was my birthday last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it last week? No, it's this week. Monday.
This week, Monday, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any happy returns, you and
Thank you.
Cradle as well. Today, isn't it?
Yeah. And my dad got me some beers, and I'm just Brackspear bitter. This one. There's 6 different beers in there. I'm just
Very nice. Very nice.
working my way through those. What am I vaping on? Right, much the same stuff. The only thing that's different actually is Voodoo Brew Goon, Parallel Skonker, Black Currant Goon 22, single battery Skonker, Goon 25, Vindy. In that, I have got. I bastardised some of your juice, John.
Aha.
Bastardised it, but I tell you what, it works because.
Good.
I like a tobacco flavour, but I like a pudding with my tobacco. And what I've done this week, and it works pretty damn well, is I've got your honey and cinnamon Danish on point mixed with that one.
That one.
Yeah,
That
so
one.
it's got that cinnamon. Since Wu Wah Cigar, I like cinnamon in a tobacco. So I thought that would go well, and it really does. I think I've got about 60% cinnamon and 40% that one.
The on point juices are perfect for mixing with other stuff. Because
Yeah, I think
they're very
people
clean,
missing a
crisp
trick.
flavours, aren't they?
Yeah, you can mix these juices, and even with John's concentrates, you could buy a couple of different ones and mix them together. Get a 100ml bottle, dump 2 bottles or something in there, and away you go. But I wasn't vaping that one that much. It's a bit, it's a bit too tobacco-y for
No,
me.
I was really hankering after it the other night. I was having I know I had a red wine last night. We had a bit of red wine, and I thought, oh, tobacco, red wine, done, lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I do as well. Vaping fruit all day long. It's quite nice to hit something a little bit different in the evening. So that's what I'm vaping on. If I was a lady for the day.
Yeah, if you were a lady.
Well, I mean, I'll say what you would all say if you weren't polite. Should I? I'd go out and get
you
fucked.
should say what you think. No.
What?
Sorry.
I'd be exploring what it's like to be a lady.
Yep.
He'd go out and get fucked, is what he
I'd
said.
go out and get fucked a lot.
Oh, really? That's a bit gay.
Well, not if you're a lady. Be alright, wouldn't it? Explore the delights of the female.
You could explore it with another lady.
Yeah,
Here's
well,
the thing,
that'd be
here's the
incredible,
thing,
actually.
Rick. Here's the thing. Your body is of a lady, but your mind is still of a Rick.
Oh, you didn't say that. You said I was a lady for the day. I wouldn't want to get. I don't know. I probably still would. I think I'd still have a go. I'd find a man.
You don't have to be a lady to do that, Rick.
I might go swimming. I might not do much swimming.
You could streak as well. That'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? I'd like to.
Just be Ricks and just going in and out of the changing rooms every time, getting
Just
new
shower.
wristband.
Just shower for about 3 hours.
You know, this is really. I checked with my wife. I wanted to know a fact. There's a any bloke who's ever been swimming. You know the showers. You know the kind of bit where you just get out of the pool and it's that like horseshoe shaped shower thing, or maybe a long one in a shower. There's one noise which you just don't want to hear. Sometimes because I've brought a bit of shampoo with me. Sometimes just shampoo your hair, get the chlorine out or something if you've got other stuff to do. And you'll be like shampooing and it goes in your eyes, you get your eyes closed, you shampoo. And then you hear the unmistakable sound of a pair of trunks hitting a wet floor. And you know someone in the shower is fucking naked. And I said to Shelley, I was saying that exact thing to my darling wife. And I said, does that ever happen? She went, there's always one. There's always one.
I find those situations uncomfortable, to be honest. I don't like I've never liked the communal.
What is it about the dude who he does that, and then if you kind of getting changed in the change room, he's like full on flossing with a towel as well.
Yeah, it's just when I used to go up to the gym, there's always the one, wasn't there, that would have the shower and then stroll out, fucking swinging about, and even look in the mirror and have a good old flex up while he's there. You know,
Really
get it out.
It's more complicated than that, though, because there's different showers at swimming baths.
What do you mean?
Like, because in the beginning of your story, you made it sound like it was just the shower for going in before you jump in the pool, and when you just
no, the shower when you come out is what I meant.
The official shower in the changing rooms.
The official shower? No, it's just before you go through to the lockers. That one.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No, I mean the noise. It's like a noise.
Slap of the speedos.
The slap of the speedos hitting the deck, and you know you're in a shower with somebody who is nude, and
you know there's cock and balls near you.
Yeah, you just would have preferred
several children.
Yeah, you just like, yeah, this fucked in the head. Who the fuck does that? And then you're like, and especially if you got shampoo.
Yeah, no good.
Sounds like panic. Sounds like panic to me.
John, how's your week been? What are you vaping on? What did you have for lunch? Or are we going to guess? We'll guess in a second. Question. I don't know what question to ask. I don't know. What have you been listening to music-wise lately? What song's been stuck in your head recently?
That's a great question.
That's a shit question.
So,
I'm never got any good at questions.
Week's been good. Yeah, busy week. Yeah, but good week. Cold, isn't it? It's cold down here. what am I vaping on? I have got the Secret Liquid from Strawberry Fields still, in the Bonner.
Secret Strawberry Fields liquid
with a dark bunny, rabbit, dead rabbit. Sorry, dark bunny tea is what. See,
is that my tip in that? Does that fit all right?
Yeah. So,
cool.
You can't really see, but yeah. That works. Then I've got. I need to fill these up. I've got a vape shell inside a Rev 4. Inside that vape shell inside the Rev 4, I've got lemon crack, which is fantastic. Oh, that's just nice.
It's been a crab.
Pictures have been. And last but by no means least, I've got Dandelion Burdock from Jeffries in here from Just Done Nick. In the saver on top of the Dacus flask. That's got that direct to lung. That's pretty good. I'm going to ask Art. Drinking. I'm drinking this Pilsner because it was cheap.
Oh, you got a load on special offer, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it in the shop. They do Tesco's. Just started doing an IPA that's GF, and it's nice.
GF.
Yeah.
Good through.
What I've been listening to, I'll answer it like that because asking me about music is just totally pointless. You might as well ask a shoe. So I listening to a podcast actually, which is called The Parapod with Ray Peacock. That's what I was listening to, and it's really funny.
I should have asked maybe a better question would be, if you're at work and you're going to put a radio station on to listen to some music, what would be your radio station for easy listening all day?
That's no such thing, because I put on. I'm sort of happy-ish to start with Radio 2. I'm all right with that. Chris Evans in
the morning, isn't it?
He's a bit much and a bit of a twat, but then
he don't do it anymore.
No, he does.
He was on this morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Noel's taken over, but she's not there yet.
Right.
So you've got to put up with Chris. But then, who's after that? Thingy, isn't it? I can't remember. Old man, not happy. Bad music choices. Followed by.
Oh, there's that fucking Jeremy Vine. Oh my god, I
fucking hate him. Can't stand it. No, and then if I flick over to Radio 2, if I hear any British hip hop, I just want to end my life. It's the worst shit.
Really?
I fucking hate British hip hop in the main. Yeah, I was in test schools doing my best schools. Fuck off.
What about UK Garage?
I don't even know what that means. This is
garage.
I don't know what that means. When somebody says it's dubstep or garage, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
You need some quality outhouse. That's what you need,
John. Absolute 90s. That's what you need.
Yeah, absolute 90s.
Absolute 90s. Absolute 90s. Digital. No repeat guarantee. 9 till 5. No repeat.
It's quite good actually. The absolute ones. We do the 80s sometimes as well. It's good.
Yeah, I might go absolute 90s. Sounds good. Richard.
What about your lunch? We're
all
dying to hear what you had for your lunch.
What do you reckon he had, James?
I reckon John feeling a little bit nostalgic today. So he went to the shop and he bought himself a 10p mix-up. Unfortunately, all he got was a Mojo and a strawberry lace. So he had a Mojo and a strawberry lace, 2 Satsumas, and a glass of gluten-free milk.
I think he had a glass of champagne and a ham sandwich.
I think there's definitely going to be 2 tangerines in there. That's all I know these days. I can't keep up.
It's Christmas. Moving on to Satsumas.
He might have a mince. I can't even have a mince pie, can he?
They have gluten-free mince pies.
Yeah, but I'd say he had a mince pie then.
No, I don't. You would have been all right. I have had at least 3 this week mince pies, but not today. Not today. Today I had some Wensleydale cheese with cranberries in it, which I'm quite a fan of. The old crumbly cheese with a bread roll, a bit of gherkin on the side, a gherkin or 2 on the side.
Gherkin or cornichon?
Gherkin.
Big one.
Yeah. I like a cornichon if they're pickled with chili. That's amazing. Whoever invented that. And then I had tangerines at the moment, 75p for a bag at Tesco's.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a tangerine and a satsuma and a
Size.
Size, yeah, and skin thickness.
Oh.
Mm.
Colour in orange, though, isn't it?
It's all
Yeah.
about
Colour.
piff.
Pithy. Mm. What else did I have? Oh, and I had about 3 digestives.
You're loving them gluten-free digestives, aren't you?
Tell you what, they're fucking amazing. They're really nice.
Is gluten-free digestives the only thing that you found that is like, oh, this is better than gluten digestives?
Yes. That is the only thing.
You can't have gluten-free cake. It don't work properly.
No, I wouldn't want it. It'd be horrible. But
He won't eat crisps, but he'll eat biscuits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
have
there's
to.
absolutely zero logic to John's thinking.
What?
There's absolutely none. Absolutely, good grief.
I didn't eat biscuits until the GF thing. I don't really eat biscuits.
He stopped eating bit crisps because he put on. They used to be a bit bigger, didn't you?
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah,
27
guess
stone, John. in
Shock
the
horror biscuits.
But if it's like, yeah, if you've got a bit of self-control though, it's not like I ate the whole packet. I had 3.
You can do that with anything, though, John.
Can
You
that
can
be
do that with
crisps?
absolutely anything.
I can't do self-control. I can't do it.
Those grab bags of crisps, turn the back, or the back of the packet.
Here's where the stuff
those
goes through.
digestives
You don't
around.
buy the grab bag of or you get one of them sealy up things. Get a sealy up things. You can have
So
some.
you think those grab bags, if you read the back, you're not supposed to eat the whole packet? I mean, what the fuck's it called a grab bag then?
Because you grab them in the shop and then you take them home and then you have a
They
few.
eat
And then you
half.
say,
Then
And
he
they put
gives
it
them
back
to a
down again.
stranger.
Well, that's the size of a proper packet of crisps from years ago, isn't it? Now you buy those multi-pack ones. You've got to have 2 or 3 of those packets just to get a normal packet of crisps.
Right. Now we're on crisps and biscuits. Richard, how's your week been? What are you vaping on? What are you drinking? What you have for lunch? And could be a cartoon character. Which one would it be and why?
There's enough evidence across these 150 shows to literally hack my bank account.
Yeah.
Superhero, TV character, favourite book, first car, first job.
Your mum's maiden name.
Yeah.
That was a weird week.
I'm going to have to pretend the one that isn't on my bank account security isn't the one. Okay. I'm drinking Stella Artois. Stella Artois. It's a Belgian lager.
you seem to be getting quite a taste for that one, Rich.
Yeah. I'm kind of missing football, and that was the drink I had after football.
Do you ever feel like smacking up your wife after?
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Lunch, nothing of.
Just a disclaimer: Richard doesn't want to smack up his wife.
No, and we don't condone that. Don't try that at
condone it.
home.
Yeah, of course, we're only joking.
It's
But that's what we used to call that wife beater, Stella.
yeah.
It makes you angry, doesn't it? Or you used to make people I knew angry.
Everything makes me angry. Nothing of note for lunch. What was the
Nothing
question?
of note.
Well, it was just a salad.
A salad. Was the egg any good?
Oh, the egg was tremendous. Not noteworthy. Just tasted like every
Yeah,
boiled
exactly.
egg.
No, nice to see somebody.
I did say salad.
on the show. Yeah, exactly.
So there was that. What were the other questions apart from vaping?
Cartoon character.
Oh yeah. Never actually watched it, but Danger Mouse looked good.
Should not.
Okay, so vaping on tonight. Vaping on the Basium with James's Goon. Finally matched these up. I think that is a great matchy combo. I've got to give a huge shout out to this juice, elderflower and apple from
Yeah.
Jeffries. Available
Amazing.
from justadnick.co.uk.
I've been vaping that. I should have said earlier. I've been vaping those Jeffries
What
juice.
what a great juice. Should not
Yeah.
work, and is just so nice. So nice.
You-
It is. It's a goodie.
Yeah, at high wattage, a nice high wattage, nice cloudy, nice in mouth to lungs. But it was great juice. That's a very good juice. That is very good juice, and I don't find a lot new flavours I like now. So that is in there. I've got the Pulse 2 from Cloney Vape, Vandy Vape. The Pulse 2.
I
the
won't
Pulse
hold it against you
the
if you use
Pulse
one of
2.
those.
The Pulse 2 from them. Well, they've got my address now again, haven't they?
Are they?
Because obviously I wanted to do the Bonza for Sam, so now yeah, is what it is. Interesting changes with this, but we don't have time. So that is that. Also vaping on the Squipe Enduro.
Oh yeah, that come yesterday, didn't it?
Wednesday, Tuesday. Very interesting tank. I'm going to talk about that later.
Have you got the is that the direct along one?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, the cloudy one. Interesting, very interesting indeed, and also as well, this this is the Crown V4 with the Checkmate Crown mod kit thing, shiny affair. Crown is a popular sub-tank, and this is their 4th version of that. So it's a thing. So there we go.
Announcing the lottery.
Chinesium.
It's the third outing in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So that is that. That's what I'm vaping on, etc. John, can you orchestrate the news?
Yes, I can. We're going to go straighteth into it. Breaking news today from Bloomberg. Oh, so you know it's going to be pretty good. Dear, don't know. Juul. There we go. Juul's stake would let Altria hedge e-cigarette bet. That is the headline they've gone with. And Altria Group stake. Sorry. An Altria Group Incorporated stake in Juul Labs Inc. would hedge its own bets on alternative tobacco products and help it capture a slice of the upstart's meteoric growth. The tobacco giant, which sells the Marlboro brand in the US, is in talks to buy a minority stake in e-cigarette rival Juul. A person familiar with the situation said Wednesday, Altria offers its own cigarette alternatives in the US, including Mark 10 and Green Smoke, and have been waiting for US approval for the IQOS, a heat-not-burn product developed by Philip Morris International. But Juul's growth has so far been robust. The Mark 10 product hasn't performed well, said Bloomberg intelligence analyst Ken Shear. He also notes that IQOS, even once approved, may be less attractive than Juul to users because its heater makes it more cumbersome to carry and less discreet. Anyway, I'm not really good at that. I'll do. It's
Break it down for us, John. Break it. What did you really just say there?
So Philip Morris, Shitbags International, would like to purchase a minority share in Juul.
A significant minority share.
Yeah, so you're talking like 49%.
No, well, I reckon it's 25%.
I did read somewhere else this week. Philip Morris are considering ditching tobacco completely.
Yeah, but they've said this before. They've actually gone to the press with that. They've said that tobacco isn't the future. This is all just sales. We've all heard all this before. They can't advertise anywhere.
They'll cut it off when it's perfect for them. They still do all right in emerging markets. So
yeah. Exactly. They're doing really well. Vietnam.
They still because we've got to put it into context as well, because they still make $16 billion a year. That Philip Morris makes $16 billion a year. So it's okay saying their shares are down, their price is down, whatever. That might be true, but they still make $16 billion a year.
The other thing is that when they talk about losses on the market, which they have been suffering in the last 5 years, and more significantly in the last 2 years, they're not losses in the leagues of other people's. Tobacco, low yield shares like tobacco, oil, and gold have always been the stables of pension funds, things that they can invest in. And tobacco's problem is that they're losing they're using big, very large investment they used to get from hedge funds and pension funds. That's where they're suffering, because they're not getting.
It sounds sort of wrong to say they're losing. They're still profitable. Just the
it's still very profitable. Yeah, but not profitable. Yeah, when it comes to the shares, which
there's probably never been a time where they're not profitable.
No, they're currently not a great investment. You're better off investing in something
because they've done so well in the past.
However, today on that news breaking,
fuck it flew.
The share price has gone crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and they're both. I mean, it would make a lot more sense of the news that Juul decided to stop fighting against regulation of their flavours in service stations and convenience stores, where they're only stick to the 3, because that is Philip Morris's line as well. That's what they're doing, which is mint tobacco. Menthol, isn't it? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they still sell the flavours on the website.
They do.
It's been widely misreported, that, to be honest.
Yeah, but they've been pushed. Yeah, we were lucky because we had an American in the chat who corrected us at the same time. But anyway, they're both in line with each other. Do we think that this is? I think it's going to happen. To be fair, you're not going to know.
I've heard it's.
Or it's already happening.
I've heard it's roughly a quarter for roughly half their annual turnover. So there we go.
Fuck. So how much we're billions and billions and billions?
Yeah, like 20. Well, this is pure speculation because it's not happened yet. What I've heard is 8 billion, 25%.
Wow.
And I think the key bit for Juul is actual cash up front.
Yeah.
To literally skyrocket where Juul's already at.
Yeah. So that'll just push Juul everywhere, which is quite sad in some respects, definitely, because although James and I have argued about Juul before, I've never argued about their place in the market. Their place in the market is to stop people smoking, and they can't do that in the UK with their piss poor 20 milligram nic salt. So they're just a piece of shit that they're going to sell in Tesco's and stuff, which is sad.
But how do you turn down it out?
Oh, I agree.
No. I mean, it was always the plan. I think always the plan, and super shrewd business from both parties. I think everybody, in terms of a bit purely business, separate our hobbyist vaping feelings to one side. It's an incredibly shrewd bit of business from both parties.
I absolutely can't knock that. And that was. Do you remember? I think. There was a conversation that we were doing a set up for a show. It was our anniversary show. It might have been last year, the year before, and we had Ruby and Matt on. And Ruby and Matt had just done Juul reviews or very similar reviews. And just before we went live, we were just spitballing. And I said, "Can you imagine you doing those reviews for closed systems a year ago?" And they both said, "No, I know what you mean." And they said, "Well, you both made the same joke, which was, if regulation comes, this is what we're going to be reviewing. Regulation isn't here, and you are doing it." And they both said, "Yeah." And I said, "I tell you, Juul is going to get bought by a tobacco company, or they're going to have tobacco in it." And they said, "No." And I said, "Of course they fucking will. If the price is right, you have to do it. It's not."
Not even that they don't decide who buys these shares, do they? If they're on the stock market.
No, they do.
This one specifically, it will be agreed.
Yes, it would have to be agreed. Yeah, it wasn't. They're not floated, so it wouldn't be able to buy them at all.
Which is why their valuation and all that sort of stuff is kind of pretend. And this kind of liquidity would be incredibly useful. But also, what they also bring to the table as well, Philip Morris, with this, because they get the cash, obviously, but even as much as that, they get the lobbying power of Philip Morris. They get the distribution power of Philip Morris.
A big tobacco company, they have to for their survival.
They'll be dancing.
They're not.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be dancing around the room because they will secretly know they've actually hit a glass ceiling with Juul.
Yeah.
And now they need every supermarket, every petrol station in Europe, every etc. etc. And they'll know that, because for example, Juul aren't in my supermarket, but they will be now.
But moreover that, the American market with the lobbying and like you said, you'll see a turnaround in the regulation.
Absolutely, you're suddenly going to get senators who are
Philip Morris owning half the shares.
Yeah. They are in Sainsbury's. Juul are in Sainsbury's. Aren't
Yeah, but this is like they can get anywhere now.
Oh, they're going to be everywhere. Yeah. Oh gosh, every other fucker will be having a Juul. Yeah, okay.
If it works, it works. It helps people sort of smoke.
It'd be interesting to see how it plays out. More from an advocacy point, really. But it's not good. I'm not saying it's good news by any means, but
it's good. Oh, it's business. I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah, they're not there. They've never been there for saving humanity.
They're there for making money. Yeah, that's what they're there for. Rich.
Hello.
5G.
Oh, okay. Let's try and put a picture in this bitch. Let's do that. Browse me. Okay, so our very own Colin Albins, the Kolster, has I'll just put this right in the middle of us. F it. Okay, so Colin has got a new RDA, and it slid under the radar a little bit, this one, so I thought I would show it on the show. This is the Freedom RDA from 5G Vape. And this is a picture of it. I actually think it looks kind of interesting. I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. What I will do is I'll put this picture on here and I'll show you another one here. So obviously it's too early for Colin to tell us it's amazing, but it's very, very affordable, and it's in the style of a lot of these single coil RDAs that you can see, that you see around these days, your Karmas and your and all that stuff. And it also comes, like the B2K, it also comes with all the extra caps and stuff as well, which I think is a nice touch.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think after you've been vaping a while, you get a feeling just off pictures for what something might be like, and I think this might be quite good.
Yeah. These single coil small latches, all very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, but very affordable. It looks quite well made, and it comes with a wide range of spares and things like that.
Nice little box and everything. Don't hate that. Oh, I just realised the box isn't really there, but apart from that, it's good.
And what we'll do is we'll get Colin to let us know how he gets on with that, I reckon.
A roving reporter.
It
looks quite a bit like the Torpedo. Is it the Torpedo? It looks a bit like it with the
slanty posts.
Slanty posts and obviously single airflow on one side. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's 20 quid or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like it's got top airflow, doesn't it? That's the difference.
I don't remember. Yes, I want to say yes. No, I want to say no. I'll say yes.
Not the Turbino. This has top airflow. I think that's the difference. I think.
I quite like the angle on it. That's quite a unique thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to tilt your leads at all.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's 20 quid. Oh, it's got to be worth. I mean, all of them top caps for 20 quid. You get to get 2 beauty rings. You get 4 top caps.
Yep.
I quite like the look of that. Yeah.
It's a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd give that a mention. We'll see how we get I'll see how he gets on with that. He'll let us know in the group. But yeah, caught my eye. It's one of those you're not going to see, for whatever reason, you're not going to see loads of reviewers with it or loads of Instagram
They do
pictures.
some alright stuff, 5G. They sort of go under the radar a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
You sent me a mech by them. It had ridiculous etching on the side.
Once you'd sanded it looked alright though, didn't it?
And it worked properly, it was a good mech.
Was that the spidery one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that mech tube. They did a wooden squonker as well.
That wasn't so good. I think I got that as well off of you.
Yeah, I think that one it wasn't a great 510. It wasn't a great ball. It was
check all that. But the tube was good, and this Atty looks good. So
there we go. So I just thought I'd show that out.
Right.
John.
Oh, yes.
Who's next?
Yep. I think it's James.
Yes.
Boudoir.
It is. I have some little people news, some news of the little people. A couple of things to kind of mention and show, which is first one is the Dwarf top fill from G2 Customs out of Korea. We have those pictures. Looks to his live.
I would still quite like one of these smaller ones. Are they available at all anywhere?
Yes, I'll get to that, Rick. I'll get to that.
What are we looking at? Sorry.
So we're looking at the G2. The G2.
Oh yeah.
I've got maybe half a dozen pictures there. So this is like a secondary piece of equipment you can buy separately for the Dwarf. As anybody who owns a Dwarf will know, it's not a top fill system. You kind of have to turn it upside down, unscrew the tank, build up there. It's not a massive pain to fill, but obviously top fill is always a good alternative. And this is out of Korea. This is G2 Customs. Have we got pictures of that? We've got pictures, lovely. And it's available in the 3.5 and the 2 mil. Sorry, the 3.5 and the 5 mil, and the 2 mil is coming really, really soon. As far as I'm aware, they're all Ultim, and they look pretty groovy. I think there's 3 different top caps available. There's kind of a knurled one, there is a patterned one, and there is a kind of Damascus looking one. I don't think it's actually Damascus. They come with the tank, they come with a drip tip, they come with that top cap, and it's an alternative to your regular. I mean, obviously we've got the regular ones available in 2, 3.5, 5, and then you've got Steam tuners who've got the beautiful looking clear caps. This is a top fill system, and it looks pretty groovy. It's not particularly easy to get at the minute.
It's always a very handsome tank anyway, though, isn't it?
It is. It's a groovy looking tank. It's a really groovy looking tank, and it's a great flavour tank. I mean, it's loads of options with regards to airflow. But you know what I really like in something like this is you put a build in and it works just so well. That's probably my favourite aspect of it. The flavour is great and it is so easy to build. I hate that. Do I hate it? No, it's a bit of a strong word. I dislike it when you've got to kind of tune in a build. And I know people will often give up on atomizers and sell them before they really give them a go. And I can't really blame them if you've got to work hard to get a build right. It's got to be in it. The airflow's got to be, the coil's got to be a really, really exact placement, and it's got to be a certain diameter. Whereas the Dwarf is just not like that. You can put any old coil in there, and it just works a treat. It wicks, it works. The flavour's great. It's my tank of. It might even be my bit of vaping kit for 2018. I know we're not really onto that just yet, but I think it's probably the best bit of kit. Of this year, so there's that. So that's available from. It's available from directly from the Facebook group. You can join. Is it a group or is it a page? It's a page, I think, and it is called G2 Customs, and they've got then a link to their web shop. They're out of Korea. They're not super easy to buy at the minute. However, MD Distro has got a group buy on there. If you're on MD Distro, that's Mark Gallows' group. Certainly in the US, they've come up quite recently. I think you might still get a jump on that list. And they look good. They look really, really good. However, that is not the big news from KH whatchamaface mods. This week we have got. Next week it's Monday. I think the actual they actually drop on the site is the 16 milli Dwarf. Yeah.
What?
I mean, many people have heard about this for a few different reasons. This is all the Dwarf that you previously loved in a 16 milli version. It is dropping on the KHW site on Monday at 1 p.m. UK time.
I need one of these ones, I think. Do you know, is there a price?
Are you talking to me, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. The price for the G2 Custom is $50. The price for the Dwarf, I think it's going to be the same price as the 22 mil version, but don't quote us on that because I have not got me notes.
How much is that?
You've got a saver, John.
You don't.
You're all set.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's not your cup of tea, John. It's not your cup of tea.
it looks good. I'm a mouth to lungy. And
Yeah.
it's vinegar, I like.
Oh, yeah.
How much is it? How much is it?
I think it's $100. Is there about $100, $110? Oh, John, I haven't got notes up, man. I'm totally disorganised. I've got this mic sitting here. I've got no room for my iPad or diddly shit.
You sound amazing, James.
So as long as the actual quality of my voice is good, even if the quality of my information isn't so good, then that kind of works out, doesn't it? It evens out. That's pretty for most of the vapers. I think it's pretty exciting news. So they come and get yourself on the KHW mods site, and you better pick one up on Monday if you're lucky. 1 p.m. UK time. They're also dropping at distributors in Greece, Switzerland or Sweden, Budapest, not Budapest. There's a few distributors, but if you're UK or US, your best bet is definitely KHW Mods website. Somebody starts talking.
Andy Wilson says it's €95.
€95, Brill. Thank you, Andy Wilson.
I've got a little bit. I know, not really news. If it's my turn, is it?
Yeah. You have an adios.
I have got a little adios. He's in chat actually as well. I saw earlier.
I did see him.
And it's always sad. It's always sad to see a vendor finishing up. Times are tougher now, though. They're not. The golden days are done, aren't they?
No.
Don't you think? I mean, the golden days for you could bring juice out and charge a lot of money for it and all the rest of it. But it was more expensive years
Back in the day, yeah, but anyway, get to where you're going because we can be nice.
Yeah, there's less money there now, and it's tougher for some of these vendors. And we've lost another one, and I'd just like to say, all the best to John at Crystal. Oh, and Kay, yeah, his missus at Crystal Clouds.
Yeah.
Most of us who go to Vape Fest and stuff probably see them there every year.
And they've been at Birmingham as well. It's always lovely.
They always pop up. It's great.
Yeah, and it's sorry to see another vendor go. So just and Naomi as well. And we wish you all the best, John. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you're doing next. But not only that, they've been really. They're always ones to jump in with prizes.
Oh, they always chuck in the raffles, don't they?
And they've been really reassuring to people who've been. I know Kay did a thing at Vape Fest this year, which she's done before. Which is, if you're a bit nervous, come and see them. And I know Craig's wife, who was having a bit of a tough time this year. Kay helped to kind of through it. Not through it, a bit of emotional support at Vape Fest and stuff. They've always been fantastic for that. Yeah. So thanks again, Kay and John.
Good juice, really good people.
Yeah, they are the good ones. Next,
Richard.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Beer sub.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this came up on the group, and we've talked about it off camera.
Oh, I thought we talked about it on. Have we not?
Well, let's just set the record officially straight forever on the beer sub. The beer sub. Okay, on screen now is it's Cyber Week. The beer sub is £49. For those that don't know, this is a beer pump that you can have in your kitchen. And you put a canister in and you just pour your beer. I think there's 8 pints in each sub, and it's come up in the group a few times. Obviously we like our beer on the group, and we've talked about it. I don't know whether we've talked about it on air or not.
I can't remember.
I think it's crap.
Me too.
I think it's crap. I think the one useful aspect is that this is not a paid placement, I should say, at this point, in this YouTube environment. It's not a paid placement, we're just talking about it in general. I think it's crap. I think the only really good bit about it is that it keeps it cold.
Yeah, but you've got to set it. You got to set it up. I watched the review fucking ages before you want to have it. It's not even proper. It won't turn up. You've got to leave it on until the refrigeration's at a certain level and blah blah blah.
It works out incredibly expensive per pint. when you buy the subs at full price.
It's nearly £2 a pint. I think the whole two. I think you're going to get 2 litres in there, Richard. That's all it is. It's not even 4 pints in the thing.
Why don't you just go and buy a keg? You know, if you're going to have like a party.
You couldn't have a party. They're not suitable for parties.
It depends what beer you drink, doesn't it? You know, you can't.
Oh, there's loads of beers available.
You can buy a mini keg. You can buy a mini keg. An Adnams mini keg.
Buy whatever you want. And
I
put
know
it in
you
the
love
fridge.
the Adnams, but the Adnams isn't like your craft IPA beers and stuff.
No,
like
but you can buy kegs of stuff. But you can't buy craft IPA beers for that piece of shit.
Can't you?
If anyone's
fill it up
got
with your
this-
own beers.
No, you can't. You can't fill up with your own beers. You've got to put a canister in it.
Stupid then.
Yeah.
Bring one out. You can. Well, it needs to be modded, doesn't it?
If anyone's got this at home and they love it, that's great. That's fine. But
If someone wants to send me one, I'll mod it so you can put your own beer in it.
yeah, but I think it's a bit naff. It's like I said on Facebook. It's like the Tassimo of beer.
It is basically, yeah.
Yeah,
There's just. I presume there's just a can on the back.
but one pack of like 10 coffees is it's only a few quid with the Tassimo thing, and it does taste right and stuff, and you're not tied to anything. And the other thing is as well, you've got to drink those 4 pints within 72 hours or something, recommended or something like that. So
Yeah, it's gone off.
the whole thing is just a bit. I don't rate them. So that's that. And can I just say, while we're on consumer beer opinions, it's Christmas time. The supermarkets are now stacking the beer far and high. Be careful what you buy. Look at the label and look at the price per litre underneath the price. My local supermarket, it's got a big yellow sign. They're currently doing 20 bottles of this, but when you actually and they're doing it for like something crazy, like £7 for 20, and that sounds amazing. But when you actually look at it, they're tiny bottles, they're tiny little bottles, and it works out like really expensive per litre. And much more expensive than just a traditional 4-pack that they sell all year. So be careful out there, folks.
Consumer advice.
Yeah, be careful out there.
Get it all in.
Watchdog.
Get it all in, man.
Next.
James.
Oh, that's me. Oh, this is just a really quick one. I mentioned MD Distro earlier about the Dwarf Tuffils, and also MD Distro. Mark Gallo, he does get his hands on some good gear. He does get his hands on some good gear, and he has got a list running currently for Atty Lube. I don't know whether anybody remembers Atty Lube. Was anybody Atty Lube?
Does that make the top cap fit on a bit easier? Does it?
It does. That's exactly what it's for.
I remember Atty Lube back in the day. It was massive.
It was massive. It was absolutely massive. But they stopped producing. I presume it was around about the TP. It seems like ages ago.
Way before the TPD they stopped.
Yeah. It seems like ages ago when they stopped producing. However, there is a list on MD Distro for Atty Lube if anybody is interested. Now, you've got all the flavours, or all the flavours that I remember anyway. And
Who was the guy who made it? What was his name?
Michael Lube. I've got no idea. He was a Yankee fellow, probably a Yankee name. Chuck,
Dick.
somebody or other. Yeah, it was.
I remember Chuck Dick.
So if you're interested in that, there is a list up, and you get yourself some Michael Lube. And it's the only place, as far as I'm aware, it's the only place in the universe that you can buy Atty Lube at the minute.
Go and see Chuck Dick and get yourself some Atty Lube. Good on you, Chuck Dick.
Go. Who's next?
Me. Is it me?
More American stuff.
More American stuff. I really like this. I'm going to have to bring up your picture so I can actually see this. My picture that's on here. What it is, there's a video going around at the moment. I'm not going to show it. It was too long, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's been on a few news articles and stuff. It's from a company called Crossbar in the US, which is a prison guard who has invented an e-cigarette. We'll call it an e-cigarette because it sort of is. It's about the size of a cigarette. But this e-cigarette has... Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's an e-cigarette for prisons. Yeah. They've banned smoking in a lot of US jails, and you're probably aware they've done the same in UK jails, but it's causing the same problem in the US as it did in the UK, which is people
fights more.
People are fighting more. Not only that, they're coming off. A lot of people are going into prison as drug addicts, and they're going completely clean, which is very, very difficult for the guards. I'm not talking about whether you should be on drugs or not, but for the guards, it's really, really tough. Anyway, a prison guard had seen e-cigarettes and wondered if he could make an e-cigarette that prisoners could have that could not be ground down into a shiv, or used to light a fire. So he invented a low voltage e-cigarette. Have you got it on the screen, Richard?
No.
Okay.
Do you want it on screen? Let's do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
He puts a really dodgy picture because I realised that
It's a ping.
It's a
Well,
pig.
GIF, isn't it? It hasn't got a background.
I apologise completely, but the thing that you
That doesn't bother us. Let's do it.
in the picture, I can say because it's quite difficult to read some of the things, but there's some important bits on it. One, it's squashy. You can't be used to stab somebody if you try to. It just squashes. It's quite clever.
Well, the battery won't be squashy, will it?
It is squashy. The whole thing. You can't. I've seen him,
Squash a battery.
seen him do it. Go and have a watch the video. Squashes it. Anyway, it's sealed. It's a completely sealed unit. And what they do is the guard goes around I think it's once a day. As you can see, there's a barcode on there. The prisoner comes up with their ID card. He scans their ID card. He scans their old e-cigarette that they hand in. He scans the new one that they're being issued, and they take it away so that they don't end up, so nobody can turn anything into anything. And it's got anti-tamper-proof stickers on it, so it's checked when it's given back, and the seals are checked top and bottom. I think it's a really, really fucking good idea. It's called, I said, it's called Crossbar in the US. I'm really funny about the prison is there for a reason, which is to rehabilitate people. That's what it's for. It's not. There's no fucking point throwing people in a pit. I think this is a really good idea. I know we do that. There are vaping devices in UK prisons now. It's really important. It's really important to people who are, they're our friends, who are prison guards. We don't want them getting hurt because it's sort of stupid, like they can't have nicotine. That seems ridiculous to me. And I think it's a really great idea. If I saw a gap,
It calms them down a bit. It's worthy, isn't it? Definitely.
he made a really great comment in the interview afterwards. He said, when they said, the interviewer said, "Well, you've kind of got a closed market, haven't you? Really, you work as a prison guard. There's only one e-cigarette on offer." He said, "Yeah, but when they leave, I won't sell them an e-cigarette. I supply prisons. I don't supply people, so I have to go and do something else.
Mm.
My only job is to stop people getting hurt in prison. So have I got? They haven't got a choice. They've got to use mine. But when they leave it, and use whatever they want. It's totally true. Yeah.
What I liked about the story was the fact that he was a prison guard and he'd invented a necessity. He sells them all over America. And not just that, they make money for the prison. I quite like that as well. I quite like that they're an investment for the prison because obviously there is a little bit of profit in there, and that goes back to and I like that.
Well, I quite enjoyed the clip when they turned to the two prisoners, and there was two prisoners next to each other puffing. One of them turned to the other one and got them both and went, and then passed them both back to the other guy, who's like a massive hit as well. But I thought, well, fuck it. If it stops tempers getting frayed in an incredibly volatile, it seems ridiculous to say it's a volatile environment. It's more than volatile.
Because you get the one argument which would be flawed would be somebody saying you could give these prisoners nicotine replacement therapy, but
Why?
we know that it's a hand to mouth movement that's a part of the addiction of smoking, isn't it?
Yeah, and whatever works, whatever comes on, I don't give a shit what it is. Whatever works, and if that seems to be working, so fuck it, use it.
Yeah, that's right.
We know NRT doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
New squape in it.
Is it? Let's do it. This is the new scrape from Stackwarm. It looks a bit like this. Now, in my opinion, what they've done, there's two versions available. There's a direct-to-lung and there's a mouth-to-lung version. This is the direct-to-lung version. There is also a TPD version. They've done that by widening the chimney to take you down to 2 mil. You can, of course, buy the additional chimney to change it back again from TPD. What they've done, in my opinion...
How much does it hold without the TPD chimney, sorry?
Oh, I don't know, loads. 4.5, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so what they've done, in my opinion, is they've kind of... they've taken the vape of the emotion, which was very, very good, and the simplicity of the emotion, but they've put some of the things from the dream back in, but much more simplified. So the whole thing works on the bottom. Now, you're not going to be able to see too well at all, but at the bottom you have an off, a line, and when you turn it to the line, on camera, always fun, when you turn it to the line, you can pull off the can I? Hold on. Perfectly lined up. You can pull off the tank with the juice and leave your deck there. So it's back to having that facility, that ability.
I'm glad they put the marks on there, because before the marks, you just couldn't remember where you were. When you were trying to...
and they've put a line right down the barrel, so it's actually incredibly easy to put back on.
Nice.
The airflow is closed when you turn it to the off for refilling and all that. And the juice flow control is tied in to the airflow, so that's half juice flow, half airflow, and fully open. So the way it works is there's two little holes on the outside of the deck feeding juice down and to the bottom. Your cotton's dangling into the bottom, only a tiny little way, and it's feeding up, and so it's very, very slowly coming out of this. So if you're going out for the day, you just turn it to off, and happy days. Still experimenting a lot with it, with builds and things like that. It's the direct to lung one, if you want it to be, is way cloudier than any Squape before. I'm at 40 watts. Proper direct to lung tank, I could go up 50 whatever watts. Lots of room in the deck for a big coil. The mouth to lung obviously is the complete opposite of all that. The other thing they've done for the first time really well this time is the top fill. So you've got your top fill here, you've got your holes, and you literally just turn the top cap and you've got two huge kidney holes for filling. That's always been a slight issue for Squapes previously, so they've done that, and so far, very early days. I'm still messing around with it very much, but really pleased with this tank overall so far.
It does look good. I really like it. I really like the what everyone's been saying about it, and it's great. And to every time having a European atomizer manufacturer, fucking awesome.
And having it done by these guys, they're such a part of the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're in our group. They're in the Shed, Mark Todd's group. He was present when Mark did his unboxing live feed, talking him through it in the chat. It's great. It's really good. And like we said last week, they seem to improve version on version. And it just seems like they're so open to feedback. They don't turn their nose up at feedback. They grow from it.
Yep, and I've never ever seen them be quiet. In a group because they've made fuck ups in the past and been and walked into some sweary situations on some very high tempered groups. But they don't just go throw their toys at the pram and leave. They read the thread. What the fuck? What's the thing that's pissing people off?
So I am so far a very early doors, but I'm absolutely super impressed, first impressions wise, with the tank itself. The engineering of the tank is just so clever. So really positive sort of first look. We've sort of seen that from initial press launch all the way through to now. So it's quite nice to round that up, finish that up, and obviously I'll do a review next week, perhaps end of next week. So we'll
Sweet.
So we'll get the full thing. But yeah, it's stayed completely true to Squapes. It's still got the e-mantle deck thing. The design and the deck and the vape styles are all, all very Squapey. So I think it's going to. The Squape fans will be pleased, and I think so far it's very, very good.
Bro.
James.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. A quick little mention. This is we mentioned a few weeks ago. I think we mentioned a couple of times. We had a few pictures of and bits and bobs. The Dear One from Mission 15.
Oh, okay.
That is kind of becoming available. It's becoming available now, and there is a list. I've mentioned lists a few times. I'm like, this is how you get this stuff. No, we're not just talking about this stuff. This is how you get this stuff. There's a list dropped on UKS this week, just yesterday, I think. And I can give you some details of that list if you'd like. The Dear One is going to be $85.99. That's in dollars. There's also going to be available some various accessories. We're going to have some a black Delrin top cap, a frosted slam cap, or a polished slam cap. Now there is only 30 to 50 of these.
I thought you were saying lamb. I thought, oh yeah,
slam. Is this not working?
Perfect.
It's perfect, James. Perfect.
It's a frosted slam cap, a polished slam cap, or a black Delrin regular cap. There's 30 to 50 available. I don't know why it's 30 to 50. I'm not entirely sure what the ins and outs of that are. But it didn't look as though they were all gone when I last checked just before the show started. I say it's $85.99 in dollars. Plus there will obviously be postage on that. There is, I think it's something like $65 to be shared across the entire group by.
And then your postage.
And then your postage in this country as well, which is going to be much cheaper than getting a DHL or whatever from
full 40, isn't it? Well, yeah, full 40.
It is available. Well, the list is open until the 5th of December. There's a Google Doc open now on UKS if you're in there. And payments will be due before the 8th of December. It is first come, first served. It is one RDA and one accessory per person. So let's say there's 30 to 50, apart from the polished slam cap. I'll give you the prices on the accessories. 45 for the polished slam, 30 for the frosted slam, and 48 for the Delrin body. That's available now. It looks like a great. I love the engraving on the bottom. I think the deck looks fab. Have I got a picture up now? I haven't got. I can't.
Yeah. I've put the whole picture up and everything.
Brilliant. I think it looks absolutely cracking.
I think it's going to be a big hit.
I mean, John loves the Karma. It was a big hit, and this looks kind of like a Karma V2.
That is basically what it is, isn't it? Really?
It's in conjunction with the Dat One peoples.
It is Dean had that one. I've been watching this since the prototypes. Dean's been sending to me, and I've seen him all the way through. He launched it in Paris.
I am surprised you haven't already got one in your midst already, John. If I'm honest with you,
I'll talk to Dean. Dean, if you're watching.
Send me some free shit, Dean. Sorry, Dean.
Dean went over to Paris, and he was in Vegas as well. Doing the release of the Data One. It's been exciting. He's been doing it on everywhere. It's not,
do we know of any other addies that are developed in conjunction with a juice? That same. It's.
No, it's a juice company. It's yeah. Well, yeah, there have been ones, but he's been. Dean's been doing advice. Well, it's the same as everything, like in those terms.
It's not the same as. You can't just say it's the same as everything. That's not true. It's not the same.
A lot of atomizers that have been made in conjunction with people. Dean's been advising, which I think is great.
I know we've had various people like our own Rich. He's made an atomizer, but he didn't actually physically make the atomizer. Obviously, I realise that. However, just
Dino's just put in chat £85 for the Day One on Squonk Radar due the second week of December if you don't get one on UKS.
So a little more expensive than Squonk Radar, obviously. Yep, so that's it. That's the UK's list on the day one.
Okie dokie, still going along. That's just a quick one to say nothing but apart from John Frank, we fucking love you.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Take care of yourself.
We
Love
do,
you.
John, don't we?
And another little shout out to Russell Blair, who I spoke to last week on a hangout, and he was having his. Russell graduated with a 2-1 this year in computer sciences. I think I'm pretty right. After going back to university and going through being a student, he's in his late 30s, I think, Russell. And he passed his degree, and he had a job interview last Friday, and he found out yesterday or today he got the job. So congratulations,
Congrats, Russell.
started a career. That's
Beautiful.
Excellent. I think while we're at it, there's another congratulations we've completely forgotten.
oh yeah, Reese.
And Chris, that's Chris, isn't it? Chris got married.
Oh, Chris,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
so congratulations, Chris.
Congratulations, Chris, and another congratulations to Reese for passing his driving test as well.
Well, lots of good stuff happening this week.
Oh.
What a week. What a week.
Oh, is that the end of the news?
No,
James.
no. I've got a couple of little things. Just really quickly. On my local group, Northeast Vapers, Nev, there is a little bit of a raffle going on there at the moment, and that is for a local food bank that's been run by Daniel Mudden. I'm sure a lot of you know Dan. It's a low-key raffle. It's mainly, there's not a lot of hardware in there. There's a lot of juice in there, though, but it's for a really great cause.
Do they want some hardware?
It's local to myself. Speak to Dan. There is quite a lot of prizes. I'd like to say the uptake hasn't been massive at the minute, but every penny counts, sort of thing. If you're on Northeast Vapers, or if you want to speak to Dan Mudder directly, just drop Dan a PM. You should absolutely, definitely just drop Daniel Mudder a PM and
Just PM him and call him a name or something. It's always good value.
You should definitely mention how massive his hands are, for instance, or just that he's just a ginormous.
Just remind him that he crushed Todd's ribs.
He did break our Todd at our leader. He did break Todd. So there was that. I just want to quickly mention that Dan. Give him a text. Knock on his door. I've got his address. PM me. I'll give you his address. You can just go around there. Oh, if you'd like to see, you've got a spare room and everything. They'll put you up. So there's that. And anyway, and the other thing is Black Friday. Did anybody get any bargains on Black Friday? I'll tell you before you start jumping about all your many bargains. I picked up a bargain on Black Friday. I don't normally get bargains on Black Friday, but this tiny minuscule little 70s CB breaker and all that, I got this for £27.49 for.
Are
you going to get the RBA?
Isn't that cheap? If it eventually comes out, if owners decide that they're going to make one, or if somebody else decides that they're going to make one, then I will almost definitely.
It's an own goal. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, it's.
We covered it on the show.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We did. But it was in early stages from Otis, and JD has said that I'm probably going to make it. But having said that, we have had some issues with the boxer in the last week, and it was kind of roughly based on the boxer design. We mentioned that it was kind of an RDTA type design, and this isn't an odd. It can't be that hard to do, to get something where you can just put a coil in this bottom bit here, and then pop it all. It's got to be somebody must be able to do that. I mean,
somebody must be able to do it.
I know people are doing
Black Friday. I was just a Black Friday one on the subject of Black Friday. Me and my wife.
No, don't interrupt. I'm not finished my floor.
Sorry,
I just want to mention where I got it from. I picked it from a place I'd heard in the past. It was an unbelievable deal. Like I said, £27.50, and that was from two guys, one vape, which is local to me. It's like in Cramlington or Darlington or something like that. And I had loads. The people were picking up. What's the top fill squonker that's on the go at the
top
minute?
Side.
The top side. People were picking up the top side for less than £30, I think.
Oh, it's not sold well, is it? That's a shame.
And and obviously I picked up the Lost Vape Orion for £27.50. If you want to mention that, John, go on, then you can talk now.
That was it. It was only a quick one to say. Me and my wife bought something massive, but I can't say what it is until Saturday.
Teaser.
Sofa.
A massive sofa.
I know what it is. It's an elephant.
Oh, that was all it was.
It's a boat.
Just a teaser. Or something big.
I didn't know. I didn't get anything this time. It coincided with me being skint.
Yeah, me too.
Me neither.
Absolutely fucking skid. That was what I bought. Fuck all.
I didn't get anything this Black Friday.
No. Oh, but what are we doing? This is still running. It's still running on Modmaker. www.modmaker.co.uk.
No, it's not actually. It's not Black Friday. It's my birthday.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
do
what I
it.
was
Do
going
it,
to say.
Rick.
It's
Tell
the
them.
birthday week.
There is still a
Tell them.
10% discount running on Modmaker, yeah.
Yeah, for Rick's birthday. What's the code?
I can't remember.
Rick in it.
I'll go and have a look. I'll tell you.
Right, come back to that. Do that.
They were all old men. Just go. I don't really know. I've got it.
It's just we had Black Friday, which is supposed to be one day, isn't it?
It's capital letters M Mike as in week.
MM week, yes.
And
So
then
instead of
it's
Black
10th.
Friday being one day, I thought, sod it. It's my birthday. I'll do Modmaker week.
Yes.
So until Sunday night at midnight, still 10% off everything.
Yeah, so go over, if you miss Black Friday, go over to modmaker.co.uk and get yourself something. Get 10% off with week.
What time is it?
20 past 10.
Travava time.
That was the brilliant segue setup. What time is it?
What time is it? 20 past?
No.
What time is it? It's Travava
time.
Yes.
Is it or is it the other time? Is it?
No. It's Travava. It's Travava.
Oh, okay. Oh, we should be more organised. Okay, let's go. Let's do.
How many seconds are we doing?
How many seconds would you like to do?
I liked it last week. It was funny.
I reckon we'll go with 18 seconds this time.
Okay.
18 seconds.
Get me stopwatch up. Okay. 18 seconds. Tell us when you're going to say go.
I'm going to say go now.
Okay.
We're looking at Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. That is. Oh, this is Bobby Drago. This is. Why? This is going to be really. This is a limited audience. It's a really limited audience.
Really limited.
This is what. If you're not a season member, you wouldn't know what this is talking about. This is why. This is basically Frank in a frock and wearing tights.
We're on to a soft loaf, super soft deli.
It is. That's what it is. It is super soft. It's from Daniel Thornton. Super soft bottles from Italian companies in Squawkers. Super soft. It's from Daniel Thornton.
Oh, Baton Q2.
Is Bonza. It's the Bonza or the
Bonza dog bowl.
Oh, that's a reach.
Yeah,
That is a reach.
that's
How
from
many
Derry-
times? Sorry, I keep skipping.
Derry. Are we on the next one? This is. Oh, we've had a couple of these. This is from Derry Murphy. This is the new Omega chair.
We've had three lots of this.
Oh, hang on.
Everybody was like,
hang
"Look
on,
at
I
that.
broke it.
It's a chair with the arms." Oh,
He's
right.
broke
okay.
it. He's broke it.
We're back to Zuckerberg.
Oh, quick! Let's move on from Zuckerberg. I'll pause my clock. I'll start my clock again. Let's.
Well, it's okay. We're on Supersoft now.
We're on
With
Super.
Mission Deli.
Okay,
So-
it's a bread product.
What are you looking for next? What's your cue?
We're on to the Button Q2. That's another one from Derry Murphy.
That is happening.
Pressing the button any second.
Now. Baton
Oh,
Q2.
there we go. 18 seconds. Did you see 18 seconds? It's the Button Q2. Derry thought this looked a little bit like some sort of pod system.
It
However,
looks like it looks. No, it doesn't. What the fuck is it?
Looks really sharp.
you know what it is? It's like a multi-tool kind of Swiss Army knife type of job. They look online. They're about 70 quid. They look pretty cool, actually. It looks absolutely fuck all like it.
We're now looking at a chair.
Oh, a chair. We're back on the Omega chair. The Omega chair thing.
Like another one. It's the same.
It's the same one, but different. It's the same one, but a different picture.
This is Gary Debbie, though. You got to let him off. He put it
You're
on.
going to argue with Gary Dibley. You're not going to argue with Gary Dibley. Next one is this is good. This is from James. Oh, look at this one. Check this one out.
Oh, this is great.
It is. Look
I
at the
saw
bottom. At the bottom, that is almost definitely. I mean, it's not, but it's almost definitely.
It's a pass-through mod, isn't it? Definitely.
Hang on.
That's
What do you think
that's
we're
what
looking at?
No Country for Old Men.
No, we're looking at a Bonza dog bowl.
Oh, we don't. We need to change this format. We can't possibly do this anymore.
We're now looking at loads of Omega chairs.
Oh,
That's Gary Dibley.
what the fuck's going on? Okay, are we on the No Country? Just tell us when we're on to that.
I'll just tell you what comes up, and you tell us all about it.
That's not easy. Okay.
So there's 2 Omega chairs in one Travava.
Yeah, because Gary Dibley said.
Right, we're looking at No Country for Old Men.
Yes, this pass through.
James Hall.
Don't get what this has to do with vaping.
It's a mod at the bottom.
Look at the bottom, Rick. Look at the bottom, Rick.
Follow the. It's me. We know it's not. It's a bolt gun, but it looks like a fucking mod.
Yeah, a lot of things do though, don't they?
Yeah, that's the
reminded him of
whole point of it,
vaping.
Rick. That's the whole point of it.
We've moved on now. We're
Great
looking
film,
at.
though. Very good film.
We've moved on. We're looking at level 1. Udor has been defeated.
Jeff Gibbs. This is a. This
No
is.
fucking idea what that.
What the fuck is this then?
It mentions Pickled Rick. It mentions Pickled Rick.
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's mine.
God.
All right, we're looking at a man in a helmet.
This is Rick. It looks a bit like Rick. It's not
Does
Rick.
look like Rick? I sent it in.
How does it? It's just a pair of glasses and a checkered shirt.
Yeah, that's
you.
that's what you
you,
look
mate.
like, Rick. You look like a pair of glasses and a checkered shirt.
And I look like a helmet head.
Look at next one. Next one is also from John. Next one is a. Good grief.
Mario,
There we go.
John.
This
There's
is John
loads.
with a moustache on.
We've got 3 from John. 2 of them have got John in them. Oh,
John
God.
That was Frank.
It's handlebar in it.
Are we onto the number plate yet?
Dino.
You're Dino, the bottle of wine. Dino, as in.
We're on
you know.
22 seconds, by the way, James. We're now looking at Dino. It's John looking at a bottle of wine.
He's just looking at a bottle of wine. He's just
But
looking.
we know that because it's Dino, isn't it?
Dino, innit? Dino and
Dino
He's
Ferrari.
a good-looking chap, though, isn't he?
the Velocity Dino.
Oh, you're happy with Dino on a bottle of wine, but the one that looks like a mod, Rick. The one that looks like a mod of the No Country for Old Men.
Right, wrong license plate.
I've got no idea what this is.
It's a 40.
SNV.
What's SMV?
Car number plate. Len Burgess.
Yeah, but I don't know what SMV is.
I don't know either.
No idea.
Len.
Answers on a postcard.
Next one's from Moxie. I think this is supposed to be our Gus.
It's Gus, isn't it?
He looked
That
like
is got all that to look like Gus. Yeah.
a big fella there, big fella.
He wishes.
I reckon he's strong though. He did that weight training. He could lift up the old Atlas balls. I reckon.
Oh, he's put it all back on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We're now
That
looking at a beer.
Beer?
With some hops.
It's made from hops. Hops are plants.
Therefore, beer equals salad.
Salad. No eggs, though. It's not a salad, is it? Oh, this was good. From
Exactly. You don't have eggs in beer, do you?
Here we go. Have we got the one from Rick yet?
Yeah, we're looking at a dog now.
Okay, this is Kevin Clayton. But Rick thought it was him.
But it did look like a slightly younger me.
So then Rick, you can tell Rick's a good little artist there. Just by
It was his
Rick,
birthday. I wanted to do something for him.
yeah.
Oh,
That's,
now we're looking at a cardboard. Rick.
yeah, look at that. That's brilliant.
that was amazing.
That's so
made me
good.
laugh.
That's
Really
so
made me
good.
laugh. It really did.
Yeah, but he's got better eyebrows than me. Mine are a bit wayward. And he's not as grey as me.
It's a great
You're
drawing,
right.
though.
You get them fixed. It wasn't the Tron was this, wasn't it? Well,
Yeah.
Ronnie Douglas
Ooh,
next.
we're looking at something else now.
Ronnie Douglas with a splitter. I love this. This is brilliant. That's a mod. And it's a splitter.
It's,
It looks like a billet box, doesn't it? A
it's
bit?
very billet box-esque. Very billet box-esque. I like
And
it.
it's got ohm on the bottom right.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
remember
don't-
these.
That's a high ohm coil.
If you had a Master System or Mega Drive or something.
Ooh, this one was sent via email, James.
Yeah, this is from Sharon Brown, who isn't on the Facebook, so she emailed it to Richard. It looks a lot like an atomizer with a cork. You don't see many cork drip tips. Maybe somebody should be getting that cork drip tip.
Could be something in that.
I won't think.
It's spot on, though. It's a good one.
It was a damn good one.
This
And
is
the
a
last
repeat. This is a repeat.
one, it is.
had
I'm
this
sure
one
we've had
before.
this before. I thought we had. But you know, it was a slow week. We had Rick with a cardboard.
What, yeah, mate?
And that was this week's Try It Vitava.
I'll tell you what. Get your Travavas in next week because we're going to nail this format
Oh, yes.
and we're going to need them. I liked that. When I broke it and changed it to 22 seconds.
was good.
Totally
Oh.
worked.
Fired.
Totally
you
worked.
didn't tell me before that. You didn't
I know, but it worked. It worked. You thinking it was 18?
Excellent, Conan.
Oh, that music.
Oh yes, it's that whistling music just came on as if by magic. And when we hear that music, we know what time it is.
Ooh.
It means it's time for a mod showcase of the week.
Ooh, how many have we got?
One, just one. It's been a quiet week. It's been quite modding has quietened down a lot, as some modders will tell you. But I saw something this week from a friend of ours and everything. He's on the groups. He's making some nice mods, and he's making this one mod. And I thought, I've got to show it.
Yeah.
And he did a step by step from start to finish on his group.
Yep, showing those now.
And this is Aldin Alec from Aldin Mods.
I really like it. I've just been clicking through. Really like this.
I don't know. You're going to give me a number. What number we're on when we get to?
We're looking at 2, so we're kind of working our way through the
he's-
process.
He's cut the door down and he's put it on the box and made it a box basically, and sanded it a little bit.
So yeah, so it started like that, and then after a little bit of work, I'm assuming, it then ended up looking a bit like...
Oh, you flicking through them, are you?
I'm on number 7 now.
Oh, so how'd you get there that quick?
Oh, I've just moved the whole screen. There we go. So yeah, so on the left, as people are watching, it's getting a bit closer now. It's getting a bit closer. It's looking a bit.
Yeah,
bit
he's
smart.
sanded it up, oiled it up a bit, and then the last couple of pictures are the finished mod.
Yeah, which I'm going to show right now is a really, really nice photograph.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice. I like it very much.
So yeah, this is the completed mod. Absolutely stunning.
Beautiful, isn't it? Top notch.
Great photo as well.
And he's a good bloke, Aldin. He's making some lovely mods. So yeah, get over and check him out, Aldin Mods. Makes them to order, but really, although he makes some other ones. I think this one's in a raffle actually. He's doing a raffle for this one.
Wow. So it must be a straight Mac.
It sort of is, but he makes it like a squonker without the bottle. So it's a plate inside there that he pressed the button and it makes the contact. So it's like a squonker without a bottle.
Okay.
That door pulls off, so it's easy access for the battery and everything, as it is with a normal mechanical squonker.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's lovely. He makes some beautiful things, Aldin. And this is just a bit different.
If you had that on the table at a dinner party, it's very sexy.
Yeah.
I think.
Very nice. Yeah, so keep it up, Aldin, and yeah, go check him out.
You should jump on the. Sorry, go on. Do your bit.
No, I was just saying, if you like what you see, go and check him out on Aldin Mods. And if you'd like to see more modders, including lots of British people who make mods, go and check out Mod Showcases on that social networking site called
Facebook.
That's it. That's the one. Facebook with the
Blue
F.
one.
Oh yeah.
Blue.
.com. Yeah.
Yeah. .com. Thank you very much.
That's it. That's the show.
It's not bad. 34. Not bad. Not bad
No
at all.
complaints. No complaints either.
Oh, there will be complaints.
Oh, yeah.
They're just not here yet.
True. So shall I sign out?
Yes, sign out.
Thank you very much for watching. We have been the Ideal Home Show. If you've not already, smash that subscribe button.
Don't bother. Just join the Facebook
maybe
group.
give
Don't
us a-
smash it though. Don't smash it because it could break your mouse.
Go to the Ideal Home Show.
Just click it with your mouse.
Yeah.
The left-hand button on your mouse if you've got Windows.
Little tab.
Or Mac, it'd be just the middle one, wouldn't it? I don't think they've got different ones. Have they on the Mac?
I don't think you can subscribe to YouTube videos on the Mac.
And if you're on a tablet, you just touch the screen.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Don't bother. Facebook.
Subscribe if you're not already. Just very gently tap that thumb up if you enjoyed what you watched tonight. Double tap that thumb down if you didn't enjoy it. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a little bell. Karate kick that bell, and you'll be notified whenever we go live.
Yeah. What's not to like?
Comment below. Let us know what
Sad
you're
thing
thinking.
is, I've got notifications on, and I'm on the fucking show. Every week, my phone goes bing.
Yeah, comment below. Tell us how rubbish the show is. We like to
Comment
see those.
below. Taking your feedback. Anything that's
Thank you
raised.
very much for watching. This has been the Ideal Home Show. We will see
Thanks
you
for
next
watching.
Thursday. Bye.
Bye.